killed all of you yet. Well, listen, I just want to ask you guys a favor before I start, and that is, I was backstage now, and believe it or not, I know it's very sad that a 40-year-old still gets telephone calls from his mother, but my mother phoned me and she said to me that if I do really well here tonight, if I do really well, she's going to make me her famous roast beef dish. Now, none of you have ever eaten my mother's food, none of you want to eat my mother's food, so I'm begging you, please, don't laugh at anything I say. Now, the thing is with comedians is they suffer from mental illness, as you can see. And we suffer from a psychological disorder which is called low self-esteem. What it basically means is you want to go into a room like this of complete strangers to be touched and loved and kissed and caressed and stroked, which kind of reminds me of the swinging party I was at. So I was at the swinging party with my wife, and I said to you, darling, it's time that we upped our game. It's time that we took our sexual dimension to another level. It's time we had a threesome. So she's like, well, darling, you decide. So I'm like, who do you want to go with? And she's like, you choose. So I check across the room, and I'm looking, and I see this person, and this person's tropical, erotic, exotic, spicy. And it's Caster Semenya. Now the thing is, when you have a threesome with Caster Semenya, it kind of fucks with your mind, because you start asking yourself, does that make me heterosexual, bisexual, or just fucking desperate? So I drank a lot, obviously to get the taste out of my mouth, and well, basically, eventually I probably had about 20 beers, and I said, now it's time to go. So I looked for my wife, couldn't find her anywhere, and I decided it's better get in my car. Who knows what she's done? Got into my car, driving along the highway, and I get into this roadblock, and I'm like, oh, fuck, my arse is sore. My day job as a lawyer is going down the toilet. Fuck. Anyway, the cop comes up to the window, and he knocks on the window. He's like, open up. So I open up the window, and he's like, so how much have you had to drink? I'm like, well, you won't believe it, officer. I was actually at the swingers party and had about 20 beers because I wanted to get the taste out of my mouth, and had a threesome with Caster Semenya, so I probably had about 20 beers. And he's like, you wait here. So he goes back to his car, and he comes back, and he's carrying this brown box, and he gives it to me. And I'm like, thank you very much, officer, but what exactly is this? And he says, this is a crate of clip drift. Go home now, drink this, and come back later when you're serious. So yeah, I was in this pub the other day, and I met this woman. She had it all, man, I'm telling you, like you ladies here, face, tits, ass, everything, magnificent. And I went up to her, and we were talking, and I said to her, so what do you do for a living? So she says, well, actually, I'm the CEO of a major cellular phone company. And I'm like, wow, you must have worked really hard to get to that position. And she's like, darling, get a load of this face, these tits, and this ass. All I did was go all the way to the top. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're getting on really well, and I decide to take the party back to my place. So we're walking down to my car, we walk up to my car, and she says to me, is this your little Toyota Corolla? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I thought you said you were successful. I'm like, darling, actually, I'm what you call a classic underachiever. And unlike you, I only fuck my way to the middle. That's it for women. So I got this job now working freelance at the Department of Race Relations. And I got a call the other day from Jimmy Money. And he said to me, hey, Mr. Ducker, we got this problem here in the Western Cape with all the colored people. How do we get rid of them? I'm like, well, Jimmy, during the Second World War, what Hitler did when it came to the Jews was gas chambers in Zyklon B. Hey, what's Zyklon B? Never mind, Jimmy, don't worry. What I think you need to do, Jimmy, is you need to get creative. You need to do something practical. So he's like, what's that practical? I said, Jimmy, you need to give them an incentive, like throw in a tank of petrol and a free set of mag wheels. So, any Muslims here tonight? Because this joke's a bit dangerous. Anyone who's Muslim? Good. Right, I was following, you're Muslim. And you look like it. I'm actually black. So I was watching this Egyptian story, right? You remember Egypt, Cairo? And the thing with this Tahrir Square rebellion was I was watching a lot of news. And one of the news programs that I watched was a channel called Al Jazeera. Now Al Jazeera, if you don't know, is this Arabic channel, right? Now the thing with Al Jazeera is all the reporters, they have these Arabic names like Mahmoud Mujahideen or Tasnim Esop. But when they speak English, it's perfectly elocuted because they all studied in England and the UK and England and America. And it's like, and today in Tahrir Square, the rebellion is now entering its third week against the fascist dictatorship of Mr. Hosni Mubarak. Now I say that's fine, that's wonderful. But when I watch an Arabic TV station, I don't want a fucking Yankee dog burger. I want couscous, pita, tarama. I want that guy from Tahrir Square to be pulled out. I want him to give the fucking report. I want him to go on here and say, Allahu Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, death to the big fucking dog fucking motherfucking Jewish whore fucking monkey fucking Mubarak, death to all enemies of Islam. Which just goes to show you that even in the Arabic world, a little education goes a long way. So yeah, I've been a bad guy, as you can hear from my humor, done a lot of bad things, and I've decided now it's time to ask God for forgiveness. I've been going to get forgiveness. I went to the synagogue, obviously you can see I'm Jewish, and asked God for forgiveness, and He wouldn't fucking give it to me. Probably had something to do with the fact that the donation that I gave to the synagogue was very small, and because he's a cunt Jewish God. So I decided it's time now, you know what, I've watched The Sopranos, I've watched Goodfellas, these guys, they whack their business partners, they cheat on their wives, and all they've got to do is go to the Catholic Church, say a couple of Hail Marys, and it's done. So I went to the Catholic Church and I got in the box, and I said, Father, I've sinned, I've been so weak. And he's like, what have you done, my son? Father, last week was terrible. I had anal sex with my wife's sister because my wife wouldn't let me fuck her because she was on the rag at the time. Yesterday I came to your church to scout it out. I got down on my hands and knees and did a line right off Jesus' feet. Last night I was so horny, there was no one around. I went into the fish tank, I took a live goldfish, masturbated with him, and ejaculated into the fish tank and killed all the fish. Help me, Father, I need forgiveness. And he's like, stop crying, my son, stop crying, do one for me. And I'm like, I'll do anything, Father. And he's like, vote for the ANC and you will go straight to heaven. And I'm like, nah, I'll rather vote DA and take my chances with hell. Thank you, my name's Gary Bob.
Fantastic stuff. Definitely not for the faint-hearted, I would say. You were sitting there very quietly, and I've seen obviously your performance. How long have you been doing this, Barry?
Probably about, just under a year and a half.
Okay, and tell me, how do you decide you want to do stand-up comedy? Because you're definitely in a different class when it comes to comedy. That's, when I say for the faint-hearted, you could be hypnotized, or you could be doing a lap dance at the same time, and then you hear something like this. So where did this come from? You just decide you wanted to do something as dangerous as this?
I was having a lap dance in a Catholic confession chamber when I decided that comedy was for me.
So you say you've just been doing it now for under years, that's great. And where have you performed before? Where have you had any venues that you're performing in Cape Town?
All over Cape Town. I also performed in Johannesburg recently at Farkers and Cool Runners.
And how were you received there? How did the audience receive you there?
No disrespect to Cape Town audiences, because I love you guys, but sometimes the Joburg audiences kind of get it a bit better. But you guys have been great, I love you guys. But yeah, Joburg was another one. Thank you.
Fantastic. Come on, give him a round of applause. Well, your routine is certainly dangerous, and you're going to be watching out for more of the things that you'll be doing. Are you performing any place soon? In Cape Town as such, that people can come and check out. I'm talking about the faint-hearted people. We're ready to say that it's dangerous, and please do not bring a fish to this again. We'll have it ready.
We run a regular gig on a Wednesday night at a place called Agatsy in Long Street with a colleague of mine, Leo. So we're probably going to put on a show next Wednesday that's in Long Street, near the KFC, corner Long and Strand. go through the curio shop at the bottom. You won't think it's actually a comedy store, but on the first floor, if you survive the Nigerians on the ground floor, there is a comedy store. And go to the first floor, we run a gig every Wednesday. It starts about 8:30.
Oh, fantastic, and I hope to see you there. Look, Barry, thank you so much for coming out, and we wish you good luck with the rest of your comedy career. Round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, to Barry Afarko. Right up next, ladies and gentlemen, continue with the comedy. Another young gentleman, I see you perform at a place out at